How do you solve for these five? These three things are the singular most important things that you can do for a man. One, create structure. Establish a framework for dialogue. That's what Eve said at the beginning of the session. She said, we audit, we do our whiteboarding, we figure things out. If a man knows that every 3 months, you're going to have a session where you talk about what are our next big things. And that might be moving to a new house. It might be what we do for our kids. It might be what we do for our business. Then he can start converting all those cognitive calories that he's trying to burn into this single conversation that he'll come to you every 3 months, 100% committed to actually have this conversation with you. 100% committed, versus assuming he's like you and can jump from all these different places like a honeycomb at the drop of a dime while he's watching soccer. So if you create a structure, and maybe it's you, maybe it's him, create a structure where that structure is for these audit conversations. This reduces his anxiety. This bypasses the defensiveness. This allows him to tell you why he's scared of moving from this house to the next house. The next thing is prioritization. Rosemary, when you tell him to fix that window, do you think that's the first thing, that's the thing that's top of mind for him? He's thinking about 15 other things before the window. And then you come with a window, and that interrupts his prioritization. So here's another key strategy. Prioritize. Tell him, you know that window that we've had issues with? I know you're busy doing all these other things, but if we could get it fixed by the end of this month, that would be awesome. That way, in his mind, he starts prioritizing, knowing how important this thing is for you, but also where it lies on the list of things that he needs to tackle. So do not expect that he'll prioritize that by himself, because he has contracts to sign, he has meds to dispense, he's getting calls from his auntie, uncle, cousin, friend from high school asking for money. He has all these things, and he's trying to prioritize them in the best way he can without failing. But if you provide him guidance on how important this thing is for you, you'll be surprised how that will get done. And then the third one, all men in every single man's group I've been on say, we never, ever, ever, ever get acknowledged. We never, ever, ever, ever get recognized. We never, ever, ever, ever get rewarded. We never, ever, ever, ever get validated. Now, you could argue, oh, well, this is your fault. Like, do I have to tell you thank you every time you do something for me? Do I have to ask you for money all the time and thank you for giving me money? Do I have to? Do I have to? Do I have to? I'll leave it to you guys to figure that out. But I'm just telling you, a man, as much as a man, you see him as not weak or whatever, you have to incorporate validation and reward frequently. And when I talk about acknowledgement, I want you to be very specific. Don't say, oh, thank you for everything you do for us and our family. That's good. But if you say, you know that thing when you took our family out for dinner before school started, that was really cool. That specific thing, and for you strategically, if you want him to do that thing over and over again, make sure you mention that specific thing that he did, and he will repeat it over and over again. Acknowledgement. Incorporate validation and reward so that he feels he has a safe emotional foundation. So I'm curious, how many of you have ever thought a man actually needs structure